It is said the only constant is change in college football, but over more than 150 years, there have been some things that you can count on. If you can run the football, you have a chance to win. And boy, do we have guys who can do that in this one. Glad to have you with us in Athens, Ohio. Eden Stadium, home to the Ohio Bobcats. As we'll see, the number 11 team in the country, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish, taking on a team from the MAC, the Ohio Bobcats. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. He'll start the return inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. So Ohio's offense will have the football first. We have got a tremendous matchup between these two running backs, both stars in their own right, and David, both ready to make a huge impact.
I mean, how fun is it to have two guys, one on each side, when they have the football, like they can go the distance. Just dynamic speed, great vision. These defenses are in trouble because these guys can touch it a bunch of different ways, and Palmer, they can hit home runs from anywhere on the field.
And I think what makes them really unique too, David, is that they're very versatile guys. Both guys can run between the tackle box, they can take it outside, they can both catch the football as well. So no doubt the game plan for both offenses, feed the running back as many different ways as possible and just let him go to work.
Use the play fake, now to throw. If the quarterback's a little more on target there, maybe they hook up, but it's an incompletion. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Looking downfield, it's Navarro. And that's going to fall to the ground, incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming. Wants to throw again. Another incompletion on 3rd down. The Bobcats line up to punt it away. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. Fair catches signaled and made, and they'll go to work from the 27-yard line. So the Notre Dame Fighting Irish offense comes out first time they've had the ball today. Guys, if you listen closely, I think you can hear the jawing going already between this quarterback and wide receiver. What a matchup, Jesse, it's going to be between those two.
You know, so many people have already been talking about this individual one-on-one matchup, David, and it's going to be happening out on an island all game long. The receiver's got speed, he's got game-breaking ability, catching the football, can climb the ladder. He's going up against one of the best shutdown corners in the game. I cannot wait to watch this.
Yeah, and he's got the speed to stay with him and the instincts, and he's been so great out wide in every game. This is a huge test. This is a Sunday test. Two NFL guys going at it to see who's going to take home the prize.
How about this sophomore stopping him short of the 1st down line after picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Wants to go up top. He's got him. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the 1st down. New set of downs after the completion. Wants to go up top on 1st down. They're working that left side. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with the 1st down at the 31. Complete on the right side. Got some room, entered to the goal line. Slippery slide, find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Notre Dame!
And that is just outstanding execution on that pass play. Great route by the receiver, good timing on the throw by the QB. Receiver catches it in stride, turns on the jets, and is gone.
Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the extra point makes it 7-0. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they finish it off with a little gadget play to get into the end zone. On the run from inside his own 5. The coverage team maintains his discipline, not much doing on that return. The Ohio U offense returns to the field. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage. Looking to throw, it's Navarro. Here comes the heat. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. They couldn't connect on second down, now staring at a 3rd and 9. Caught over the middle. It's Hendricks. And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the first. And the Bobcats will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Good timing on the quick out. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Now they've moved it just inside the 40. 1st and 10 from the 39. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Makes it past the marker. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Now on first down from the 28. Pulls it on the bootleg fake. Unloads to the wideout. He's got it. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Irish!
This guy is officially a problem. His 2nd receiving touchdown of the game. Nice job by the offense. Dude, if I've got a matchup I like, continue to pick at it until they stop it.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point makes it 14-0. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Here he comes with the return. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Ohio U ready to go back to work on offense. They haven't exactly burst out of the starting blocks, and they need to get something together with this possession. Gets him on the ground at the 31, but a nice pickup of 15 yards there.
Man, who says you can't run up the middle anymore, right? Everybody thinks, I got to make big plays. I got to go way out to the left, way out to the right, way out in space. Nope, right down the middle, nice blocking. How about the running back? You could tell the speed, the wheels, does a great job getting down the field, making a huge rushing play.
Wide receiver going in motion. Touch pass on the jet sweep. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage. The Bobcats have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. To the air, it's Navarro. Fires to the big fella. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. And the Bobcats will line up to punt it away. Just needs a crack to get a return. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. Here come the Irish back on offense. They put 2 touchdowns on the board in the early going, and now right back to work.
As an offense, you're okay with that. You're going to run option plays, and sometimes you're going to bust it big, but sometimes you don't necessarily read it correctly, get some positive yards, and then we come back and we do it all over again with different reads against the different defense.
He'll toss it. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Notre Dame facing a 3rd and long, trying to keep this drive alive. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, he's ready to take a shot. Finds a spot down the gut of the knee. And they exploited that soft spot, and they get it down to the 35.
Well, this guy's having a day. It doesn't matter where he's lined up or what routes he's running. He just seems to always be getting open, and his quarterback is taking notice. He's looking his way. Nice job there, throwing in time, getting it to him in space and allowing him to go to work. This is turning into a very nice statistical day for this wide receiver.
Using his legs, hitch lock. They get him down, but he does pick up 3 to the 32-yard line. Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Finds a soft spot in the middle. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down. The Irish relying on the running game to give them this fresh set of downs. Trying to get the edge with a quick touch pass. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
And that's just an example of the defense having a better play call than you have on offense. I like the creativity offensively, but how about the defense having their cornerback in position to make the play?
Got it! And he will score! Touchdown, Fighting Irish!
They are absolutely boat racing this team right now. We're not even at the second quarter yet, and this offense has been up and down the field. They've taken a huge lead early. Everything they're dialing up, David, is working.
Yeah, so I'm going to flip this to the other side. I'm going to need my offense to score some points, and in a hurry. Like, they got to figure it out, but they got to put a drive together, keep us off the field, score some points, and let us find some answers, because right now, defensively, we have none.
And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And he takes this from inside the 5. And a really nice job by the kick team to get down there and make sure they limit that return. Ohio takes over. The Bobcat offense heads to the field. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
The play-action fake. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
Play-action pass success has a lot to do with selling that fake. You could tell defense was not buying it, got in the backfield, got the big play.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Wide receiver comes in motion. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. Crosses the 30. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. The Bobcats decide to punt it away. Fair catch called for and taken at the 30-yard line. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. They could not have drawn up a better start than this, already up 21-0. You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41. The Irish might opt to take a shot here on 2nd and inches. Now the play fake. Right down the middle. Wide open downfield. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down. Big play for the Irish there, reminiscent of a Tim Brown or Rocket Ismail.
Yeah, and I'm glad you used a reference in the last 30 years, Reese. You know, just trying to find playmakers at Notre Dame, and Michael Mayer, obviously, in the recent years was a guy that you could really, really depend on. Trying to find those golden Tates, those elite players out wide.
Hits him in stride inside the 10. Touchdown, Notre Dame! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board. With that latest touchdown pass, might be a good time to mention Brady Quinn threw 6 touchdown passes against BYU. That record might be in jeopardy.
And that's a good day. If you're starting to talk about that already, you know he's spinning it. He's in the zone. He's feeling it, reading the defense, everything coming out on target. He is having himself a day.
The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Excellent job by the kick coverage team. A pretty minimal gain on that return. The Ohio U offense returns to the field. Off the play fake on first down to throw. They've been gashed by the proverbial buzzsaw now to try to find a way to fight back into this game. They came out humming on this drive, and now it's first down from the 36. Looking to throw, it's Navarro. Catch in the middle, it's Harris. Brought down at the 46, but he got 10 on the play. The offense setting up shop at the 46, first and 10. Wants to throw on first down. Under fire.
Sometimes these guys just have eyes in the back of their head. You saw it right there. He was able to buy himself time, get outside the pocket, and at that point, I think the decision was pretty easy. Hey, I can go get this with my feet. And he was able to do that. Now they got a fresh set of downs.
Had it in his hands, and he dropped it. Thought he had another big play and interception. He'll have to settle for the PBU. It's second down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Gossett. Makes the grab almost to the first down marker, but a good pickup on that one. He'll throw on third down. Got him downfield. They've got enough for the first down, and they're in the red zone at the 20. And the Bobcats come to the line with a new set of downs. The give to the back. They get him stopped after a 2-yard gain. Ball is at the 17. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line second and 7. Looking to fire. Makes the grab. Now the connection takes it to the 11. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a first and goal. They'll try to get it through the air. Grabbed in the middle. It's Harris. They make the stop at the 2, but he's got enough to give them a first and goal. Motion from the wideout. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. And the defense sold out to stop the run, and they do here on first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Looking for just one more yard. It's second and goal. Power ahead. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Ohio! Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
The extra point is good, but they're still down 28-7.
Personal foul. Roughing the kick.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. No chance for a return as that ball flies out of the back of the end zone. Wants to throw. It's Carr. Pocket breaking down. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to avoid the loss. They're dealing with a second and long. Leaves it with the back. Quick spin on the run. Made him miss again. At midfield, he's got room. Just gashing this defense. A big gainer to the 40-yard line.
those outside runs, if they can get the edge like they do, great job by the right guard, right tackle, getting the edge. And now what does this do? This makes cornerbacks come up and tackle. Safeties come up and tackle. As opposed to linebackers and big defensive players, you get your guy out in space where he can use his speed and his physicality against guys that usually cover and don't come up and make tackles.
Notre Dame will come to the line after that huge gain and try to keep the momentum going. He'll ride his man on the option. Quick toss. Crosses the 30. He's got away. Touchdown, Irish! Excellent pass by the back on the option.
And the big play starts with the quarterback making the right decision, getting the defense to come to him, pitching the football, and Jesse, the running back, catches it and does the rest.
He does, and he also had good blocking downfield, too. Some of those receivers outside helping him out, but, man, with his speed when he's on the perimeter, the options executed that well, it is virtually impossible to stop.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. What kind of field position can he help them with on the return? Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Ohio U ready to go back to work on offense. Bring in the heat. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12.
Talking to the coaches before the game, they wanted to start fast. This offense, man, not only have you not put anything together, the defense hasn't either. This game has gotten away from them early. They need to do a better job of protecting their quarterback.
The Bobcats now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Looking for a man. It's Navarro. Unloads it left. It's caught downfield. He moves the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 33. With the first down, they'll put it in play from the 33. Looking to throw on first down. He makes the grab. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. They'll line up for a second down play. Trying play action. Quickly out to the tight end.
Nice job by the defense staying glued to him. Getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football. Knowing he's a threat. I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
Catch in the middle. It's Williams. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. And the Bobcats will punt it away on fourth down. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. Fair catch is made inside his own 20 at the 17-yard line. Here come the Irish back on offense. That's caught. It's Flanagan. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Behind the chains now on second and long. The inside handoff. Creates a little room. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. First down, 10 yards to go. Quickly to the tight end. And that corner came in hot despite knowing that he was giving up some size. Notre Dame trying to keep this drive moving on second and short. Reads it, fires complete. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. He'll pull it on the read. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Working well behind the sticks on second down. The pull and throw off the RPO. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37. The Irish relying on the running game to give them this fresh set of downs. To the ground with the back. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on second and 2. After the good pickup on first down, let's see if they keep it on the ground. Caught near the sticks. It's Fields. He makes the tackle at the 23-yard line, but not before a pickup of 5 and enough for the first down. Going with the counter play here. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Looking to pass. It's Carr. Working the middle of the field, and it's complete. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the first down. He's going to look for a man on 3rd and short. Makes the grab on the left. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal. You don't want to have to settle for the field goal down here. When you have a red zone weapon like this dude, use him.
Yeah, and when you get in this area and you've got that big target and that big fella that you can find and you know he's going to win, those critical 3rd down situations, you're going to find him more and more. Great connection right there.
They'll use the running game on 1st and goal. And they just tried to slam it in from the doorstep, but they went nowhere, and it'll be marked down at the 1. The option look. And they'll make the stop, and we are headed to the end of the 1st period. We're through 1, and what a back-and-forth battle between these two quarterbacks as we look at the stats. Now the challenge here, they've taken a punch, but they can't let it get out of hand as we start the 2nd. They'd love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here. They're going to throw it on 3rd and goal. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Love. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And he made the extra point without problem. That is what they mean when they say ball control. A 14-play touchdown drive. Kickoff unit has been busy as they have built a big lead, and they're trying to hold on to it. On the move from inside is 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Ohio takes over. The Bobcat offense heads to the field. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
They'll run the screen. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. The Bobcats come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. This time they'll go to the running game. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. They bring the punter onto the field now. They're up to a half-dozen kicks today. He'll settle for some pretty good field position and make the fair catch at around the 35. 3 tight ends in the formation on 1st and 10. They'll run it out of the shotgun. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6. The give to the tailback. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Notre Dame comes to the line trying to convert on 3rd and short. Looking to throw, it's Carr. Fires to the middle. It's complete. And a big gain there. He's knocked down immediately at the 45. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. To the air on first down. Hauls it in. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34. Notre Dame ready to go back to work with another first down. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. Got the first down and more. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Just inside the red zone, 1st and 10 from the 19. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Notre Dame! I mean, the way this team has dominated this game, impressive to say the least.
And it's cool now because you're kicking the crud out of them so bad, you start to put the backups in, and all them get to get juice and get to get some playing time, get some feel good. And the other side, well, they're just taking it right to the face.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And they did tack on that extra point with no problem. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the returner will be dragged down. The Ohio U offense returns to the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. Works his way ahead for 3. They'll spot it at the 18. Got 3 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 7. Back to pass. Snagged in the middle. It's Harris. A little more space. Open up that playbook even more as they pick up the 1st down out to the 30. Back to pass. It's Navarro. Got a man. It's Jordan. And they pick up just a few on that completion. So now it's 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Pressure coming. It's on target and complete. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. These are the types of plays where offenses impose their will. 3rd and short from the 45. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. And the Bobcats send out the punt unit. No return coming here as he signals for the fair catch and makes it right around the 30-yard line. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. The give from the gun. Finds enough room to get 3 out to the 34. After the productive 1st down play, it's 2nd and 6. Off play action. Fires to the wideout. Got his man downfield. They get him down at the 49, but not before he picks up 15.
Man, this quarterback is having a first half. He's over 200 yards already, heating up, setting up. Dude, this dude might break his career high in passing. I don't know what it is. Somebody get stats for me.
It'll be a 1st down from the 49-yard line. Fires to the tight end. And an absolutely fearless tackle, giving up size, still got him on the turf.
At the 50. Brings up 2nd down.
That's caught. It's Fields. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the 1st down.
And there you see the bind that the RPO play can put a defender in. That linebacker had to make a decision. Was the running back going to get the ball? He thought so, so he bit up, and that allowed the slant to be thrown in behind.
That's caught. It's Fields. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Throws to the wideout. It's caught. Wrestled out of bounds. They'll mark him at the 7-yard line, and this offense is more than threatening.
Man, we knew coming into this game just how explosive this offense could be, and a big part of that is their ability to throw the football. They've scored a ton of points, and it's because they can generate plays like that. When this quarterback sees the one-on-one matchup he wants, he is not afraid to pull the trigger, and he hits a big throw there.
He'll keep it himself. Oh, he just handled it poorly, and it's a fumble. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
And I tell you what, it's hard to be a quarterback in an option offense when you got so many things you have to be accountable for, and then you got to take care of the football, right? When you do make the decision to run, right or wrong, it's your decision. Now you got to wrap that thing up. You can't fumble the football.
This offense is stuck way back in its own end of the field. To throw, it's Navarro. A strike downfield. He'll get it out to the 25, not bothered at all being backed up, and they've got a first down. Great spot to attack there, right off the turnover. Try to strike and keep them reeling.
Absolutely. Coaching 101. Sudden change. When you create a turnover and you get the ball back on offense, attack, attack, attack. Use the momentum. Try to make a big play.
Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Touch pass on the jet sweep. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Somebody needs to make a play here. It's 3rd and long from the 26. Caught near the sticks. It's Harris. There he goes. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. The Bobcats are moving quickly down the field. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43.
You got to be impressed with this defense early in this game, guys. They've got a big lead because they are getting after the quarterback. They've already generated multiple sacks. They thought coming into this game they could take advantage of this offensive line, and that game plan is working to perfection.
These guys are bringing serious heat. They are like sharks swarming and just getting after the passer. Got it in the middle. It's Williams. Oh, and the defense in chase mode, and they finally get him down at the 35.
It's really easy to say the word RPO and say I'm going to run them, but you got to make those decisions, and you got to make them fast. You can't get confused by all the craziness that's going on, by all the guys moving around or talking. Nice job by the quarterback, staying in the moment, seeing it, throwing the slant, making sure he makes the right decision.
And the Bobcats, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. Back to throw. It's Navarro. Oh, they're after him. Oh, and he got drilled as he just got rid of the football. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Leaves it with the back. What a nice job by the defense to string it out, not give him any kind of alley, and knock him down for a loss. Now facing a 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. They'll run the screen. He'll be stopped at the 32. Still ground to cover if they want to convert, and 4th down is coming. And it looks as if they're going to try a field goal. And very important, not only to generate power, but to find his mark. A 49-yard try from the left.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
They were able to get a field goal on the board, and now they'll kick it away. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. Here come the Irish back on offense. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Snagged out of the air. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. And here comes the offense on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Just a short pass to the tight end. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
3rd down coming.
It'll be a run on 3rd and short. He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. Punt is on its way. He'll get it to about the 25 before they put a stop to the return. So, guys, we'll get another look at this offense. They'll send the tight end in motion. Off the play fake. Finds his tight end. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Scanning the field, it's Navarro. Swings it out to his running back. It'll be 3rd and long.
Loses 2. Brings up 3rd down.
Looking to throw. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there. The Bobcats will try to pin them back with the punt. He'll settle for some pretty good field position and make the fair catch at around the 35. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. They went 3 and out last time. Now they'll look for some plays that work. He'll pull it down and run. Those defenses were smelling blood, and the quarterback got down. Smart move. Second down, he'll throw it. Got it in the middle. It's locked.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense, catching the football.
On 30 short, the run and looking for the first down. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line.
That has got to be so demoralizing for the defense. You haven't been able to stop this guy all game long. And here on 3rd down, they're handing it off to him anyway because they don't think you can stop him. This defense right now, you see a lot of people hanging their heads a little bit because they're not playing with tons of confidence.
With the catch, it's locked. And they'll shove him out of bounds after the short gain. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Back to pass. Rushes on him. Didn't have much of a choice there, but to get rid of it. The Irish will need to move the sticks on 3rd and long to keep this drive going. Dropping back, it's Carr. Unloads to the wideout. Can't make the grab on 3rd down, and that is a rare drop for this guy. Notre Dame lining up to punt it away. Solid punt, headed toward the sideline, trying to make it tough to return. Ohio U ready to go back to work on offense. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Not a lot of room, but found his way ahead for 2 out to the 26. Direct snap. Look out, he's got room. Gets it across the 30 to the 31, a pickup of 5. And the Bobcats come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. They're going to go to the air on 3rd and short. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. The punt team makes its way onto the field. Fair catch is signaled and made, and they'll go to work from the 27-yard line. All right, guys, so here's the offense back on the field again. Out of the gun, the give to the back. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, the inside give. Gets it past the marker. And they'll spot it at the 45. That's good enough for a 1st down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Give to the running back. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41. Notre Dame ready to go with another 1st down. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one. Just when they're looking run, now up top. Gets it out quickly. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the 1st down. They'll need to get this one to the 31 here on 3rd down. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. They're able to keep him out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2 after the big play in the passing game.
It feels like everything this play caller has called has worked so far in this first half for the offense. They've generated a really nice lead, lighting up the scoreboard, and they're staying aggressive. They're throwing the football. They're dictating everything right now to the defense.
Trying to bully their way in. And he's brought down at the line of scrimmage, and the ball will stay at the 2. On 2nd and goal, they go right back to it. Going right back to the well, and this time he finds water. Gets it into the end zone for the touchdown. He's into his happy place, the end zone, and he's been very, very happy because he's been there regularly in the first half.
Yeah, most people are happy with, several touchdowns in a season, but you just feed him and he keeps getting in the end zone, keeps piling up touchdowns. Those stats are just climbing up and up and up. Thank your offensive lineman. Take him out to dinner tonight.
And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they've built this sizable lead. He'll start the return inside his 5. And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Caught over the middle. It's Jordan. That's a nice pickup to give them some breathing room, and they've got it out to the 27. They'll run the counter. Just working and poking and prodding and finding his way up to the 36. The Bobcats can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. We're at the 2-minute timeout, and these guys really need to build a little momentum to cut into this lead before halftime. Catch in the middle, it's Williams. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. Looking for a man. It's Navarro. Under fire. A most efficient pickup of 6 on first down. It's 2nd and 4. And the Bobcats are in the hurry-up. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Here's a heat. Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. Complete to the left. He's finally stopped and brought down at the 15.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them. The Bobcats, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. From the gun, the running back looking for room. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Quick completion to the right. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. They'll go to the air on 3rd and short. Touchdown, Bobcats! The offense puts up 6 with that trip to the end zone.
And they didn't start this first half the way you wanted to, but at least they're ending on a positive note. At least they're saying, guys, we put a drive together. We scored. We need some plays to go our way, but the offense has got some positive momentum, and that is a great thing going into the half.
Lining up for the PAT. Bangs it through for an extra point. So they got the touchdown, now going to put it in the hands of their defense to finish off this half. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. He'll do it himself. And he avoids the hit and slides after the short gain. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Man, a lot of ways to describe those first 2 quarters in Athens, Ohio, but let's just go with notable. And it's clear, the aerial attacks of both teams have been relentless. They've been burning each of these secondaries like toast. Just an assault on the defensive game plans, if there even were defensive game plans. Gotta think, fellas, based on the first 2 quarters, we're going to see every route in the route tree again in this second half. And with that, let's send it back to our men at Peden Stadium.
And the Bobcats will kick it off to start the second half. On the run from inside his own 5. couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. Here come the Irish back on offense. Trying to set the tone with the run. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. To the air. It's Carr. And he drops it. Just took his eye off of it at the last minute. Notre Dame facing a 3rd and long, trying to keep this drive alive. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, it's picked off. Oh, that's not the way to start a drive. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
Well, this offense really felt coming into today that they were going to have to throw the football. For the most part, David, this quarterback has been lights out. That time, though, he lets it get away from him a little bit, and that was a critical INT for the defense and their confidence.
They needed something, man. They've given up a lot of yards, and that's the thing about the defense. Just sometimes it can change in one play. They make the interception, they force the turnover, and hopefully, for their sake, maybe get in the quarterback's head just a little bit.
You'd love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
The Bobcats in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Grabbed over the middle. It's Williams. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down.
Good job reading the defense by the quarterback on that RPO feed. He waited to see how the defense was going to play the run. He saw defenders bite up close to the line of scrimmage, and right away he knew he had the slant throw right in behind it.
The offense down to the 22 on 1st and 10. Fires to the wideout. He makes a catch. They get him down, but this offense is set up 1st and goal from the 9. Use the play fake, now to throw. Here's the pressure. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
And you try to catch him off balance, maybe on 1st down and goal right here, a situation where maybe you sneak in a pass, defense was ready, got the sack. Now you got to be a little bit more creative now that you got the negative play. The offense, I know you've worked this all week. You got to get ready to execute in the red zone.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. To the air, it's Navarro. Tight end finds a soft spot. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one. They'd love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of a field goal, but it's 3rd and goal. And it'll be intercepted in the end zone.
It's so easy to be up here in the booth and say, you should have put more zip on that. Sometimes you got to use the lob wedge. That time, you probably should have used the driver.
Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over, move it behind you. Some players can't do that real well, and it leads to more mistakes, Jesse. You got to just forget about it and move on.
And I think the coaching staff can help him too, David. I think you can get the running game going here and also give him some easy throws.
Not a lot of daylight. He gets one to the 32. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Not much he could do there. Does pick up 2 to the 34. And after that last run, we'll see if they keep it on the ground on 3rd. He's looking to throw. Working that left side now. They get him stopped and out of bounds at the 45-yard line, and the big play has this offense ready to mount a threat. And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. And they take another look at the play, but the officials on the field were right, and the play will stand. The give to the back. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Looking downfield, it's Carr. And they're not quite in rhythm there. It's incomplete. The Irish will need to move the sticks on 3rd and long to keep this drive going. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. He's got an open man. And they exploited that soft spot, and they get it down to the 35.
And first down for the offense.
Quarterback on the keeper. And he gets it just beyond the line of scrimmage before he gets down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Takes the handoff. It's Love. Defense there to make the stop after a pickup of 2 to the 30. This is the type of play that decides games. Are you tough enough to convert 3rd and short from the 30? Just outside the red zone as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 22. The Irish relying on the running game to give them this fresh set of downs. Grabbed in the middle. It's Flanagan. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Caught behind the line. It's Flanagan. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. Notre Dame coming to the line with another first down. Hand off from the shotgun. He's brought down just running hard in the red zone, and he'll be just a few inches short.
And running really has been the key on this drive, guys. Lots of success right there. They generate another explosive play. Their success running the ball, big reason why they've been able to put up a lot of points and have a really nice lead in this one. And now back in the red zone again, they're looking to add to that lead.
He'll try it again. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. Notre Dame once backed up near its own goal line, now on the move. On the option. The pitch. And this was just a low man wins battle right on the doorstep of the goal line, and the defense comes up with the stop. Trying to punch it in. Touchdown, Irish! Great job by the back on the option.
Have yourself a day, young fella. You know why they handed him the ball a lot? Because he did that. That's his 4th trip to pay dirt. This dude has shown you a little bit of everything. What a great back. And 4 touchdowns on the day.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is good. So they played keep away and held it for 16 plays on the scoring drive. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. Fielded in the end zone, it's Pearson. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Ohio takes over. The Bobcat offense heads to the field. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
Now a first down from the 45-yard line. He'll pull it on the read. Got to protect the merchandise. Gets down without taking a hit. And now on 2nd down for this offense. They'll run play action. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was knocked loose, and 3rd down is coming. Trying to pick up a first down. Back to pass, it's Navarro. Lost one deep down the right side. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down. And the Bobcats will call on their punt team. That ball will make its way out of bounds, and they'll mark it dead at the 15. Here come the Irish back on offense. They're starting this drive with a massive lead, and they just want to finish strong. He's in open space downfield. Past the first down marker and still running. That kind of play will get a drive started or help your field position. They've got it at the 27. They'll run it from the gun. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38.
And that's good enough for a first down.
And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. They go to the ground. Breaks into the open. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They're going to go right back to him on first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Wants to go up top. He tries to take the top off. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on 2nd down, and they'll be left with a 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Here comes the heat. And he just throws it away on 3rd down. I don't think you can give up on a play like that. The Irish send out the punt unit. Punt goes out of bounds, and a really nice job as they stick them deep in their own end. They'll mark it around the 10. They'll move the wide receiver. Quick pass on the fly motion. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. Trying to move them on the counter. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Under fire. Didn't have anything working and just had to throw it away on 3rd down. The Bobcats will punt this one away. So from his own end zone, the punt is away. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. They had to punt it away on their last possession, but man, what great field position this time.
I mean, this is awesome. Like, last possession didn't go great. Now you're set up in an opportunity to get some points. Start thinking about what plays I like, Jesse, as I cross the 50.
There are a lot of offensive coordinators out there, David, and in this position, they like to take a shot right away and try and capitalize on this field position.
The Irish trying to keep this drive moving on 3rd and short. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. He'll come through on 3rd downs. He's got enough, and they'll mark it at the 23. 1st and 10 coming up. They'll give it to him again. There to stop him after a pickup of 1 to the 22. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. The play action fake. Right on the money. And he's knocked down immediately, but a good pickup on that play. Notre Dame comes to the line trying to convert on 3rd and short. Finds his big tight end. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. A great catch and run for 6. This dude is just slicing and dicing this defense into little tiny pieces.
Carving him up, completely comfortable, knows exactly what he's getting, had so much success today. You got to find a way to make these quarterbacks feel more uncomfortable.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And with the extra point, the lead is even bigger. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. And he takes this from inside the 5. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. to the air. It's Navarro. Pocket breaking down. Trying to escape and get it himself. Short gain on the play before he slides. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Unloads to the wideout. Complete to the left. The junior making a clutch play and turning in a big catch. From the 39-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Leaves it with the running back.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
And a nice, solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground. They'll throw on 3rd and short. Intercepted. Man, they just can't get anything going. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. Here come the Irish back on offense. They've been dominant, and now they'll try to execute to their own standard. Takes the handoff. It's Price. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Brings up 2nd down.
They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. The quick out. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there. The Irish trying to keep this drive moving on 3rd and short. Just going to keep it after the snap. And boy, is he close to that 1st down, maybe just a couple of inches short. They'll try to salvage a field goal on this drive. It is true as he puts 3 on the board. Well, that's just piling on. Not the penalty kind, just the mean kind.
Well, the head coach decided to play it safe on 4th and inches and trot his field goal team out there, and his field goal kicker just made him look like a pretty smart guy.
They're really starting to extend that lead as they get ready to kick it away again. Looks as if the returner will try and field this one. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. The Ohio U offense returns to the field. Last drive ended with an interception, and they can't afford to have that happen again. He'll try to do it himself. Quarterback gets enough.
Well, I think you're starting to see some examples of why this guy is inexperienced in a freshman quarterback, right? Obviously, he's thrown a couple picks earlier in the game. That scramble right there, he's got to get down. He's got to take care of himself and slide. Great job, nice athleticism, good decision to take off scrambling and help his offense, but you really are seeing his inexperience shine through here in this game.
Quick pass on the jet motion. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Back to throw. It's Navarro. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34.
And there's no mystery as to why this team's losing today. They've given up 5 sacks. They cannot keep their quarterback upright. And you just saw another example of it right there. He has never been able to get into rhythm throwing the football.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Fires to the big fella. And the Bobcats will send out the punt unit. They'll look to pin him deep.
Offense facing 4th down.
Signals for the fair catch, and that's where they'll put it in play just outside the 20. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. You want to talk about having a weapon to bail out a drive? David, that's why kickers are so important after that long field goal.
And listen, important is a relative term. we need to make longer passes and get better gains so we don't have to kick long field goals, Palmer, again on offense.
And they've got the weapons to do that, David. They just got to be able to dial those plays up. Guys have to be able to make them one-on-one to make life easier on this kicker, who is so important to this team.
The Irish come to the line facing second and short. On the run, it's Price. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
Good enough for a first down.
Looking downfield on first down. Makes the grab. He get it down to the 35 before he stopped. 10-yard pickup on the play, and it's a first down.
At the 35-yard line. And that's a
Catch in the middle, it's Fields.
Wow, the quarterback knew he had to get that one to his receiver quickly on the in route. Did you see the velocity on that throw?
second down coming up.
Finds the tight end. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. Notre Dame ready to go with another first down. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Notre Dame! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. And at this point, they're just rubbing their noses in it.
There's nothing positive to be able to take away from this. You got beat down, you move on to the next game, start working on the next opponent. This one's over.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point was good. So it's a 77-yard touchdown drive. And they finished it off with a 14-yard run for the score.
17.
Let's see if he can make a play on the return. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. Dropping back, it's Navarro. Bringing the heat. Finds a man on the right. Turning it on. That'll be enough for a fresh set of downs. He gets it to the 32. With a first down, they'll snap it from the 32. Looking to throw on first down. Pressure coming. Just gets rid of it before the heat. Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Finds his man. It's Hendricks. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with the first down. Offense in an empty set. Wants to go up top on first down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. So now it's second and long. They go to the draw. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. They've got to come up with a big play on this third and long. Now the play fake.
And that run really didn't go.
He'll take a shot. It's broken up and almost intercepted in the end zone. It'll be fourth down. The Bobcats line up to punt it away. He makes the fair catch, and they'll spot the ball at the 18. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. Fires to the big fella. Got room at the 35. And he gets it to the 45-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
Gain of 27 on the play. First down for the offense.
And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. Will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the fourth. They'll go back to work with a first down in the final period. Power football with the run. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2.
And
I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
Notre Dame trying to keep this drive moving on 2nd and short. Going with the ground game left. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. 3rd and short from the 49 is this 4-down territory. Back to throw, it's Carr. Fires to the wideout. Got his man. Crosses the 35, out of bounds there. Nice pickup on the play, spotted at the 32. Gonna run it, it's Price. Defense there to make the stop after a pickup of 2 to the 30. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. They think they can create space here with a run to the right. Tough sledding there as he picks up 1 to the 29. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Wide open downfield. Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it 1st and goal. Notre Dame once backed up near its own goal line, now on the move. A 1st down run in the red zone. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels. Now on 2nd and goal. Back to pass. He wants it all. Touchdown, Irish! Quick strike through the air for the score.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me, or I should get conservative, because this offense obviously has had themselves a day, and apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
Lining up to add another.
The kicker on for the extra point.
The kick is up and good and put 1 more on the lead. They put together an 81-yard drive. Kickoff unit has been busy as they have built a big lead and they're trying to hold on to it. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Ohio U ready to go back to work on offense. Throws to the wideout. Finds a man on the left. And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag on the field.
Pass interference. Offense.
A very productive play until it was wiped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work. Dropping back, it's Navarro. Snagged in the middle, it's Williams. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
Brings up 2nd down.
Back to pass on 2nd down. Got it in the middle, it's Williams. That'll be good enough for a 1st down. They'll mark it at the 30. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on 1st down. Throws to the tight end. Got him, and nobody's close. Oh, and the defense in chase mode, and they finally get him down at the 35.
Let's go. We got some life. We made a big play, something to build off of. We need a lot of points, and we need them quickly. Time's running out. We're trailing big in this ball game.
Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Fires to the middle. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down. 2nd down coming. Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Just keep slinging it. Oh, they're after him. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to find another play. They were on the move, but 2 straight incompletions had them staring at 3rd and 10. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires toward the end zone. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. And the Bobcats will bring the punt team onto the field. The punt goes out of bounds, and a nice job to get them backed up. I think they'll spot it right around the 15. Here come the Irish back on offense. Quick release by the QB. Oh, he's got some space. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47.
I tell you, I love the mentality by this offense right now. They've got a pretty big lead. They're still being aggressive, taking shots, and they're finding the matchups they like. And, man, they're taking advantage right now.
The Irish, after ripping off a huge chunk on the ground, will try to keep Big Mo rolling. Pulls and fires complete. They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on second down here. Now on the option. He'll toss it. And that might have been a bad read as the defense just swarms all over the pitch man. Here comes the option. They were all over him, nowhere to go as that third down play turned into a disaster. They punted away on fourth down. And a precision punt there will pin them deep inside their own 10-yard line. Ohio takes over. The Bobcat offense heads to the field. Looking downfield, it's Navarro. Got his man. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming. Quarterback and running back set up in the pistol. Gonna swing it on second down. Incomplete. Looked as if he had his man, but just a misfire from this senior. Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves him with a 3rd and 6. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking down the middle. And a missed opportunity on third down as the defense knocks it free, and fourth down is coming up. The Bobcats will line up to punt it away. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. He'll call for the fair catch here. Guys, this offense will go back on the attack. From the shotgun, they'll run it. Not a lot going on there. Picked up a couple. Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Wants to go up top. Makes the grab. It's Fields. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks. He'll keep it on the sneak.
And, David, on 3rd and inches right there, that's often a decision the quarterback predetermines. Who's my best guard? That's the guy I'm going to try to get behind.
And I know that defensively, too, but I'm just trying to dive and create a pile, but it's so hard to stop that play.
Just plowing ahead. Brought down at the 21-yard line, a 15-yard pickup, and they are in prime position to get points now. To the ground, he's got it again. He'll be pulled down after a good run. They'll mark it at the 15. The Irish come to the line facing 2nd and short. The RPO, it's complete. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. How aggressive will they get on 1st and 10? From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. On the run, it's Price. Relentless, tough running, gets it down to the 4. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. 3rd down. Looking to throw, it's Carr. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down. They'll try to cap off this drive with a field goal. Never a doubt. Right down the middle. And that'll add 3 more to a lead that is already way out of hand.
And they just tack on more points to this big lead. Listen, 4th quarter was sitting extremely pretty. All we got to do, not give up big plays, make them earn everything they get the rest this way, and we looking pretty good.
The returner will field it and try to do some business. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. The Ohio U offense returns to the field. Their drive chart is starting to look a little monotonous. Punt, 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 David.
And their defense is starting to get a little frustrated.
He unleashes a long one. And they can't make the connection, going for a big play on first down. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Trying play action. Quickly out to the tight end. Brought down at the 25 after he picked up 10. Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. And this one will be stopped for no gain. They're going to keep this drive going. They'll have to make a play on 3rd and long from the 26. From the gun, wants to pass. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
And this has been one of those days you want to forget. I mean, you're getting drunk. There's no other way to put it. It's been a bad day. I'm trying to put a drive together here, maybe to just get some kind of momentum, something positive, maybe something in the locker room we can talk about that didn't go wrong.
And the Bobcats decide to punt it away.
In punt formation to kick it away.
Here's the return. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
Yeah, I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. And generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball best. So let's see if they can be a little bit more physical on this drive.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. With jet sweep pass. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Notre Dame facing a 3rd and long, trying to keep this drive alive. To the air, it's Carr. He lets it fly. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone.
Pure domination all game long for this offense. Whether they've been running the football, whether they've been throwing the football, critical down and distances, situationally all up and down the field. This defense has had no answer for these guys. What an impressive performance by the O.
And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And the score comes on a 35-yard pass for 6. Let's see what he can do with the return. And the returner goes down. Ohio U ready to go back to work on offense. They've punted the last 3 times they've had it, and now really needing to put a score on the board on this possession. Rushes on him. Across the 25, he's got room. He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a first down.
You got to be impressed with the quarterback on that last play because he's already been sacked a ton of times in this game. He knows he does not have a lot of time to survey the field, get through his progression. So as soon as he feels a lane to take off and run, he's going to take it. And a really nice job that time, showing off the athleticism, picking up the first down.
Picks up the first down, still moving. And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get him down. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Under fire. On his feet at the 40. He's finally stopped, but a big play there with his feet as he moves those sticks. Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the second half. Here's 1st and 10. Looking to throw, it's Navarro. Caught in the backfield, it's Gossett. Got the completion, but nowhere to go as that defense reacted quickly.
2nd down coming up.
off play action. Here's a heat. Plenty of time in the pocket, and he'll sling it out to the left. He found his man and zipped it in there, and they've got a first down in the red zone at the 11. Looking to throw on first down. And the heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line.
And when I got a stud quarterback like they do, I'm going to protect him. I'm going to make sure that I keep him upright because he can do some serious damage. But this defense applying pressure and applying the hammer in this football game.
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Looking to fire. Here's the pressure. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again.
And I tell you what, this defense, they've heard all about how great this quarterback is. They came in today with a mission, with a purpose. They've been flying around, harassing him, and making life so hard on this offense.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, no secret what he needs here. Complete out of the backfield, looking for the sticks. They'll have to settle for a field goal attempt. And he's already 1 for 1, so this time he'll try to put one through from 39 yards out. Smashes it between the uprights. I wouldn't say they cut into the deficit. They sort of microscopically edged off the deficit. Still a mountain to climb. On the move from inside his 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. They'll snap the ball. First play of the drive coming from their own 24. They'll keep it on the ground to keep this clock moving.
And I'll tell you what, it's really nice at this point in the game if you can lean on your run game. When you have the lead, you've got the football late in the game, you can chew that clock and start to really make that defense have a little bit of panic.
And they'll bring him down after a short pickup. They'll try to muscle their way forward on third and short from the 29. Off the play fake. Got him downfield. He's got enough for the first down, and that ought to be enough to put them in victory formation for the rest of this one.
First down for the offense.